Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So today I am sharing the next journal collection that I am releasing in my Etsy shop and will be playing with here on my channel. This is the May journal collection. I'm very excited to share it with you guys. So because of how much detail I want to share in this video, let's get started. First I'll do a flip through of the journal. For those of you who are new to my channel and haven't heard about this journal collection before, this is a journal that I've created. I've put it together, I've decorated the cover, but it is blank inside so that you can decorate it yourself and use it for your monthly journaling. I also include items in the collection that you can use that fit the theme. So that's the purpose of this journal, and I'm just going to flip through and show you what the inside looks like and the papers that are included. There are 15 papers in this journal, which makes a total of 60 pages, 60 sides. So here on the front, I've done a little bit of fabric collaging. There's some brown fabric here, some muslin with this soaring bird stamp image. Oh, guess I could take the seam binding off, that might help. Every journal is wrapped with some coffee dyed seam binding. And then there's a stamped image of this bird here that's been sewn on. There's a doily piece here that is stitched across the top, a little ticket tucked under this little fabric ruffle, and a hand-stamped Soar title here on the front. And then at the top there's just another piece of doily stitched onto the cover. This time I have left the center of the signature strings out on the outside. I thought that was a fun touch. And like before, I've left them long so that you can add your hearts here that are in the collection as well, or you can trim them short and have them a little shorter. I just wanted to give you the option for that and not just cut the strings short to begin with. So let's get inside. This is a beautiful piece of scrapbook paper here that I've used on the cover. Really like the blue, and this is a really pretty bluish gray piece of fabric here, so I really like that. Has this great ripped up wallpaper print here on the inside. This is some red cabbage dyed paper, which makes a really pale grayish blue color, so it matches the colors wonderfully. Some of my coffee stained heart paper. This is a bird page out of a vintage bird field guide. I have a few field guides that I'm using in this collection, and for anyone who's interested in them, I will leave the names of those books down below. Some graph paper, tea-stained paper, some tracing paper, tea-stained paper, some vintage music, red cabbage heart paper, tea-stained paper. Here is I say that I don't decorate it, but I couldn't resist putting this little bird image here on the inside. So this page flips out. There's some ledger paper, more tea-stained paper, another field guidebook page, tea-stained paper here in the center, and then flipping through the end. The field guide, coffee, the ledger, the flip out page here. And then all of this is some vintage organ music, so I like that because it's a long book, so the music actually goes in the right direction. It's actually long enough to be able to cut and fit that way. So that is organ music, and I love that. Tracing paper again, the field guide, and the heart paper. So that is the journal. So then just sharing items that are in the collection. I'm going to start with the large things first so I can stack them on top of each other. There will be a vintage whole sheet of music paper, a page from a vintage thesaurus, a text page from a bird field guide, and then a page that is very similar to this from a bird field guide. Of course, yours will have different birds on it, but they are multiple bird images. Again, there will be 3 6x6 sheets of scrapbook paper. Yours will be very similar in print to these, but because of the area of the scrapbook paper, it might look slightly different. So again, they're double-sided, and they have some really pretty bird images on them. This one has some fun birds here, and then wooden look here on the back. And then this one is probably my favorite. I just love these little birds on here, and then it has a marbled back here. And then getting into the collection pieces, I've included another paper bag this time because they're just great for including the items that I have in the collection. There's a gold binder clip here, attaching another older field guide bird image to the front. And then the items that come in that bag, there's a time card, just a little paper tag made out of that same paper that's used on the cover, a piece of red cabbage dyed scrap paper from the heart paper that you could use on the cover of that tag if you wanted to, or just somewhere else in your journal. There's a blank craft paper card and envelope that you could use for extra journaling, a coffee stained index card where I've stamped on those same soaring birds that I used on the cover of the book, a tea-stained graph index card with a little bird punch out of the corner. And then there are two die cuts of a Tim Holtz bird on a branch here in this pretty green color, and then one made out of the cover paper. And to note, these are larger than the paper, but I'm planning on probably cutting mine down or putting it in sideways. Anyway, they're pretty large, but I thought they were too fun to leave out. So that's what's in that package. And then here in this package, I was a little worried about the beads for the bookmark this time. So I just put the bookmark together myself in fear that some of these beads weren't going to thread properly. I was a little nervous about that. So this bookmark is created with these beautiful pale blue beads, some pink beads. There's a little clear bead here, and then these pretty pearls. And then this one is just, see if I can get it in here, made to dangle out the bottom and then dangle out the top there. Just kind of hang out. So there's the bookmark, and then there's a piece of lace that is longer than the page of the book so that you can play around and add that somewhere in your journal. And then in this package here, there's a gold bookmark. There are some fibers and a piece of crocheted lace to use on some bookmarks here. I've stuck a couple of this really pretty fiber here in this gray and white. There's a really pretty pale blue, and then a piece of crocheted lace. Here's another tiny glassine bag. I love including these because I love using them. And then there's a few gold paper clips here. And then something I'm very excited about, this is a vintage cigarette card. So every kit will have this vintage cigarette card, and it talks about the bird here on the back, whatever you get. It doesn't have the year on them, but when I purchased them, they were from 1940s. So I think that's really fun, and they're really beautiful images. And then the last package, here's another gold paper clip, the jumbo size. Here's a vintage playing card with this really pretty image here of a goldfinch. And of course, every number is going to be different. And then there's this medium-sized glassine bag with some extras in here. So there are some red cabbage, pale blue dyed tickets. It's a little price tag ticket. There are 4 heart punches made from the same paper that the cover is that you can attach to the strings on your journal. Gives it a nice finishing touch. There are a handful of these little bird punch outs. There's some green that match those other die cuts. Some that are made from the same paper that I used on the cover, and then the little bird out of the journaling card that's in the kit. Then there is a sticker that looks like a wax seal with a little feather. I thought that was so cute. And then a bird wood veneer is also in that embellishment pack. So that is it, you guys. That is the whole collection for May. And I am so excited to get this listed and to start playing with it and to create my videos. So thank you all so much for watching. Again, if you're interested, the link will be in the description box to my Etsy shop down below. Again, I want to thank everyone who participated in April. It was so much fun and so awesome to hear your feedback and how you were enjoying the videos and the processes and creating a journal of your own. Thank you so much for all of that feedback. And thank you again, you guys, for watching, for being part of my channel. I appreciate you all so very much. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you all next time. Bye.